No, but so what's going on? What did I miss on the internet? You got to fill me in too.
Holy God, man. Well, Twitter is a dumpster fire. And I say this from a very level-headed place. Twitter is even more of a dumpster fire was before Daddy Musk took over.
Unbiased, unfiltered.
I swear to God, unbiased.
No, I know.
Okay,
I know. I saw. Hold on, real quick. I saw Marquise Brownlee, who's like a tech guy that I've been watching his video to a less degree so now, but like for years, and I know it's my understanding that they're trying to charge for the blue check marks now.
Yeah,
$8
so
a month?
that's not even okay. That's part of it. That's part of it. So Musk took over probably, what was that, about 2 weeks ago? I think he took over on the 28th technically. He took over on the 28th. The first thing he did was fired 7,500 employees.
Nice.
And the majority of those people were the engineers who actually build and run the algorithm for Twitter, and then the entirety of the content moderation department. Within several days, like Monday, Tuesday, usages of the N-word, the one you're thinking of, went up 500%.
Hard R.
Yeah, hard R's.
It's the wild, wild west again, baby.
And so Twitter had some problems with their advertisers being upset about this and pulling their advertising money because they don't want their products to be associated with like hate speech and shit like that.
Wait, can you pull up a picture of the ads that were associated?
I don't know if there are.
Oh my God, I really hope there are, dude. I gotta see this.
Well, SpaceX just bought a huge campaign on Twitter, so that doesn't seem
interesting.
fishy.
Good for you, Elon.
I can't find anything what you're looking for. I'll find something later and I can put it in the show notes. But so Elon Musk publicly came out and tweeted that Twitter is in really dire straits because the advertisers are upset because they don't want to be on a platform with like basically no moderation anymore. So Elon Musk then went back and they have been trying to rehire a very good portion of the content team or content moderation team and the engineers, because they axed all of the engineers who actually wrote the goddamn code for Twitter and knows how Twitter works. And instead, he just brought in his team of yes men from Tesla and SpaceX and what's his other company, Neuralink or whatever. And they have no idea how to run a social media platform, right? So then his plan, because you're going to take a platform that relies on user-generated content, right? That's how they make their money, or whatever money they make is from their users. So instead, they were going to do Twitter Blue, which was already a thing. Previously, it had been like, I think, $2 or $3, and I don't know, you got to be like, you could super follow somebody that like you could do like a Patreon type thing where you could pay for, following or whatever. They were going to charge $8. At first they announced it was going to be $8. It was going to give you a check mark, and it was going to give you all the features that like verified people get, where you have a special tab in your notifications that you can see verified replies and things like that. Within, I think, a couple days of him announcing that, he did some big talk for some economic forum where they were asking him what his plan was, and what his plan was. He came out and said that when people get Twitter Blue, they will have a separate check mark that'll be different from public figures and journalist check marks and things. But what it will do is it will prioritize in the algorithm Twitter Blue subscribers and check marks over non-subscribers. So you would have to scroll through like pages and pages of check marks to get to see, like, say, someone you follow or a friend. And that was going to be only if you paid $8. So then last week, they launched Twitter Blue with this feature. And so what it did was essentially completely misunderstands the whole point of the checkmark system on Twitter. It's not, it is somewhat a social status thing, but in reality, it's for verifying the person who owns this account is actually this person, especially for journalists, politicians, things like that. So what they did was you could buy $8 and you could have a Twitter verification, and when you whatever you put your name as, it stayed. You couldn't change it after that. There is, though, zero verification of identity in it. So what the idea was, this was supposed to take away the power from the bots and the trolls. And instead, what it did was everyone started bullying Elon Musk and trolling him, that tons of people changed their profile pictures and their names to Elon Musk and started tweeting shit. Like, I saw one that was like, boy, I don't understand why people are so mean to my good friend Ghislaine Maxwell and her boyfriend Jeffrey Epstein. I used to spend lots of time on their flights and on their private island. And so then Elon Musk started personally going and permanently suspending people that were doing that. And then this is also after the first day that the first tweet he made after he took over ownership was it was comedy is now legal on Twitter, and then comes out and says that anyone that is engaging in like parody like bullying or parody without specifically putting in their header or whatever that it is a parody account will be permanently suspended.
Oh no!
And despite that, he just kept. There was one person that I follow, Ethan Klein from the H3 podcast. He did the same thing. He changed his name to Elon. Like, he had his handle as Elon Musk parody. He had like the header and the bio, everything. He got banned.
Did he really? No way,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah. And so then also, because these people don't think ahead, people started making verified fake accounts for brands.
Oh, nice.
One in which is the funniest fucking thing, I think.
Pull it up, dude. Is it like Wendy's? Is it the Wendy's one?
No. Oh,
dude,
no.
What is it? I can't wait to see this.
Let's see. So somebody made a fake verified account for Eli Lilly, the pharmaceutical manufacturer. Let me pull this up. And while doing this, they sent out a tweet that said, where is it?
Lilly
they have the original tweet here? Oh, yeah, here. Here's the original tweet. We are excited to announce that insulin is now free.
Dude, this is awesome.
Yeah. And so then the actual Eli Lilly account came out and said, no, this is not true.
Wait, where is this? Dude, this is amazing.
Let's see. So that's theirs. These are a bunch of different ones. I have a video that somebody made.
Wait, what does that say? Can you
why? Let's see.
Sorry.
Here's Twitter. Yeah.
What does it say? Breaking news.
Breaking news. I'm officially declaring November as Hooters Month to emphasize the need for strong family values to return to the USA.
Can you scroll? Can you scroll up? Who's that a parody of?
Let's see. I think it's supposed to be the governor of Georgia, Kemp.
He's got a rainbow flag with a giant with the cross through it.
It's so stupid,
dude. This is amazing. No, this is making this is making Twitter much better.
There was one that somebody made that was a fake account for Northrop Grumman that said we are going to be halting weapons sales to several countries, including Saudi Arabia, Israel, and the United States. And then they came out and were like, no, that's not true.
Dude, this is amazing.
So here's the best part of the Eli Lilly one. Let me find it. So because of that, in stock trading, right?
Oh, dude.
You see that? See this big old crash right there?
Oh, man.
That was because their stock lost something like 10 or 12% because of that tweet. And not just them, but like about 5 other manufacturers of insulin also lost a quantifiable amount of value. I think theirs ended up being something like $12 billion of valuation.
This is amazing. No, dude, Elon is
fucking love it.
Elon's made Twitter better. He's made it better. He's made it better immediately. Dude, you cannot disagree with me. It's fucking wild again.
I'm loving it. In terms of like, though,
awesome.
So here is my take on it, right? So they have taken away. Here's the other part though. So they're not doing the Twitter Blue verification anymore.
Damn it.
Because so when it happened, you could like on the, I think I'm not sure about the website, but at least on the app, you could go to somebody's profile and click the check mark, and it would tell you, it would say, this person is verified because they're a government official, public figure, blah, blah, blah. Or you would click it and it would say, this person is verified because they have a Twitter Blue subscription. People that had actual verifications previously that had bought Twitter Blue to have some of the other features lost their actual verification and also couldn't change their name after that. So like there was an instance that fucking Doja Cat had her display name as just Christmas, right? And so she tweeted him and was like, yo, I don't want to be Christmas forever. How do I change my name? And then Elon Musk replied to her and said, you just go here, do this, and you can change your name. And so then she changed her fucking profile to an Elon Musk profile. And she was like, great, thanks.
Oh, man, that's so funny.
It's been a disaster. And like for business reasons for Twitter, like, so he paid $44 billion for it. It's now private, so there isn't any kind of public valuation. But from everything that's been said, because of the lack of revenue that has, like, advertisers have pulled out, it's bleeding money more so than it ever has. Yeah. They're saying that the value of it now is roughly $12 billion.
Yeah, and so this is what he was talking about when he said like filing bankruptcy is a very real possibility. Isn't that what he said? Like,
yeah.
Oh
yeah.
man,
that was the first. He wrote that was on this past Friday. He wrote the first memo to. The first memo to Twitter employees was like, it's like, sorry, this is the first menu, but we're really screwed. It's like, at this rate, Twitter's fucked and they'll be bankrupt by potentially the end of the year.
No, man, he'll figure it out. I know he'll figure it out. 100%.
I don't think so. If his idea is taking a platform that relies on user-generated content and then charge those users for their content to put it on the platform, that is not going to work.
No, I would agree. I don't know. I mean, I think we're talking about in terms of being verified or not, but I think because everything's pretty much, nothing's free, but everything is air quotes free on the internet. You're really selling your data, but like it's you don't pay money for it, right? You pay for it with your soul and your information, anyways.
Right.
But if you're going to ask people to pay to tweet, that's not going to work. I don't think. But I think it's the idea.
What service are you providing?
Yeah.
You're giving me an app that I can say dumb shit on. Yeah. Cool. Why would I pay $10 a month for that?
I think he's trying to
$8.
get people to pay to be verified, not to actually use Twitter.
Right. Because I think he's misunderstanding, I think, fundamentally that the verification process is not really a social status thing.
I disagree.
Literally to verify people.
No. I definitely think it's a social status thing. Like getting.
No, it is in a lot of ways, but I don't think there's enough people that can do that to keep it afloat.
No, not at all. Because the vast majority of the users on Twitter are not verified. They're just regular people. Right. Same thing with, but you get that blue check mark to your name.
Oh, it would be really cool to have a verified
social
account.
Media god, dude.
Yeah. But so my crackpot theory, the more that I think there's two ways this goes, right? He either just straight up bought this as a joke, and because he has the world's biggest ego, because people just worship him, he just did it, and he has completely sunk his fortune into this, and now he's got to make it work. The other flip side of this is Tesla's stock has been going down a lot recently because of how he's running Twitter, and everybody's like, well, shit, if he's running Twitter like this, how is he running Tesla? The other side of this is I think he potentially might have bought Twitter to destroy it, because Twitter is probably the best source of real-time news, and to get like unfiltered stuff straight from politicians or from significant people. If you crash a functional and successful social media platform that has content moderation and all of the like actual verification, then it's just going to increase the narrative of like, well, we don't have free speech anymore, and we need to go places where I can say hard R's and praise Hitler. So that's my that would be my theory. I don't think he's smart enough to do that. I think he just bull rushed into it and he's just fucked himself.
No, I think he's buying it as a means to generate the first fully aware or artificial intelligence. That's also very plausible. I think they think he's dumb, and I think he's probably like super smart. And I think that
I don't think he's dumb. I think he's a smart person.
You gotta let your
I think that he is divorced. He has way too much ego and has never had anything. He's never really had any failure in his life.
And he's not gonna fail at this. Yeah. Did you want to have a bet on this?
I don't know.
Should we bet on this?
I'll bet you $20. Yeah, sure.
Let's do 100.
I'm poor. I ain't got money.
I'll do $20. 20. What's and failure would be.
Twitter goes bankrupt by the end of 23.
No. There's a difference between Chapter 7 and Chapter 11.
Actually, like dead, or he sells at a massive loss.
Ooh, I would take that bet. So I won't. I don't know. I can't remember.
He's already lost.
I think Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
In valuation.
Chapter 11 bankruptcy is like not that bad. I think Chapter 7's the worst.
7 is like.
We pull that up.
Yeah,
I got to make sure.
Let's see. Pulling up. Here we go. Chapter 7, sometimes referred as liquidation bankruptcy, is the most common type of bankruptcy in the United States. The courts, provide liquidation of an individual's property and then distributes it to creditors. So that would be
it's Chapter 7. Yeah, you're fucked. Okay. Then Chapter 11
9 is for municipalities. 11 is reorganization.
Okay, so if he files Chapter 11, it's totally fine.
Oh, he's fine.
Okay, cool.
It's going to be based on the fact that he fired the first fucking day. He fired all of the engineers who actually built and run Twitter, which is another reason. Like, shows you what he actually thinks of like legitimate engineers. He doesn't. He thinks he's an engineer and he's just a rich kid.
Well, he's one of the greatest inventors of our time. He's going to get us he's going to get us to Mars. He's
invented quite a backstory for himself.
He's given us the Tesla Motor Company, or Tesla now. They dropped the motor company, which was great marketing. He's one of the greatest marketers ever to exist.
I'll give you that. He is a very good marketer.
I'm sorry. Your hate for Elon Musk is it fascinates me.
It's not like, it's not hatred of the person. I really don't, like, as a person, I could give a shit about Elon Musk. It's the public persona that he's built and how many, like, not just like people in general, but how many people I know personally in my life, present company excluded, who worship the man, who are incredibly, genuinely intelligent people who actually create and build things and design them themselves. And they're worshiping a man who is nothing more than a checkbook. He bought everything he had, or it was given to him by his, blood, emerald, diamond, whatever owning father.
I don't know, man. I mean, I think SpaceX is something he invented. He did buy Tesla.
I mean, he started the company. He didn't really invent anything. His engineers may have, but
he found the right people, man. That's half of it. He's an organizational genius.
From what I've heard, working at SpaceX is not a good time.
Oh, I don't think working at any of those companies
that would be miserable. I mean, one of the other things he did too was the first day he took over was he told everybody that they had to work in-house at the office 40 hours a week, no more remote work. And some of the first people they fired were the remote work people.
Yeah. Well, listen,
is if you're truly an innovative, brilliant genius, it doesn't take a genius to see that remote work is the future, especially for positions that are fully online and have no reason to be in a room other than just like occasionally for a meeting.
I kind of disagree here, and because if you're working at,
don't give me the corporate work culture thing.
Well, I'm going to give you what it takes to be successful. Every single one of these, like Facebook, when it first started
also laid off 11,000 people.
I'm sure they did. They're not doing Meta's. It's not what it seems to be.
Yeah.
Anyways, when that company was coming up, they would have like when I think Google launched Google Plus, Mark Zuckerberg gave an impassioned speech and he said, "There's no weekends. We are all working 7 days straight until like this threat." And it's here's the reason this works. You have like dictatorial like powers because everyone's making so much fucking money. Everyone's incredibly invested. If you work for a company like SpaceX or something like that, where you're legitimately trying to change the world, your work-life balance, there is none, because that's what it takes. You have a stake in this. So I think that
any big job where you're making that much money, you
might not even be making that much money. You are literally the money that you're going to be making is either the stock options when you go public. Like you're all working. Yeah. So that's the kind of culture he's trying to bring into Twitter. Because if you think about it, Twitter's kind of stagnated. What have they done? Yeah. He's trying to change that.
They created the thing with Twitter is it's so strange. Like Twitter has always had a problem at being profitable.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Twitter really can.
No.
Because Twitter is a service, but not in the sense that like you pay for it. It provides a public service in a sense.
Yeah.
Like if there's ever a candidate for a public corporation, Twitter might not be a bad idea, because like it is like I have yet to find one single thing that is as good as Twitter when shit's popping.
Nothing.
There's nothing better. There is absolutely nothing.
There's nothing. Maybe Reddit. If you go to
like a live thread. Or something.
You can't go. Like I can't go to any of my Reddit page because it's all segmented into like stupid, funny things. Yeah. But if you go to like all, like you could probably be. But I really do feel like Twitter has always been the tip of the spear, because
Twitter is real time, because you can track. You don't even have to use hashtags. You can just search a word or a person's name, and it will give you everything.
And things trend there like super well.